come to Animal X, and an investigation that will send shivers down your spine. Reports are pouring in of a ruthless beast on an unstoppable killing spree. It sucks every drop of blood out of its victims and leaves a trail of terror wherever it roams. No one knows what it is, but its name alone strikes fear into the hearts of many. El Chupacabra.
And 90% of the blood of the animal is sucked out.
It seemed like he was the predator, I was the victim.
Most of Chupacabra's victims have been animals, but no one is safe. Of late, my darlings, these vampire-like beasts seem to have acquired a taste for humans. Stranger things in heaven and earth. You're about to see one of them.
Just be careful.
The mystery of El Chupacabra, or the goat sucker, began in the mid-1990s on the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico. In and around the small town of Canavanas, almost 200 farm animals and pets were killed in a bizarre and disturbing fashion. They all had 2 small wounds on the neck and were drained of nearly all their blood. What kind of creature could do such damage? I've sent Daniel and Natalie to the Animal X archive to check it out.
Yep, hi Bill. Dan's been through the archive. Take a look at this.
Reports started to surface early in 1995 of attacks on livestock. These attacks were unlike anything seen before, and panic started to spread throughout the Hispanic community. The reports became more and more frequent, and were so consistent that they had to be taken seriously. Not even a person with a knife can make this sort of incision on an animal. And the animal has no blood left in its body. You can't see footprints anywhere, so whatever it is appears to fly. All the chickens have been sucked of their blood.
I think this one sums it up, Bill. There's a farmer in Canavanas by the name of Senor Miguel Dominguez who had all of his birds slaughtered. Now he says when he found his turkeys, they were all dead, they were all in one piece, but they were all drained of blood. One of the people who found themselves in the middle of this mystery was veterinarian Dr. Carlos Sato.
He's examined dozens of victims. Goats, cows, dogs, birds, rabbits. So he's quite experienced when it comes to these bizarre injuries.
Primarily the injuries were like small puncture wounds, 1 centimeter in diameter, and then inside the carcass there was a big depletion of blood, okay? And in some areas we can see like areas where small portions of the vital organs like liver, kidneys, or portion of the heart were just removed from that small hole. So we could not see any strange or damage of external to the skin or feathers or things like that. Because I can explain from one hand that we just did a necropsy. Externally was all okay, except for 2 lateral wounds, okay, in the chest area, okay? When we just opened the complete hand, we could see portions of liver just gone from that area, and also a lot of muscle trauma, just being traumatized without external trauma. So we could not see any open wound in the outside, but in the inside was all traumatized.
What could do that?
Okay, for my knowledge, or from my knowledge, I cannot explain how that happened. I would say about 30% of the animals that we just did necropsy, they lack a rigor mortis in which, you know, that when they die, they go into different stages of rigor mortis. But I can tell about animals that were more than 4 or 5 hours of being dead, and they still flaccid. And there's no explanation for that. It's one of my theories that some type of anticoagulant was put into inside the animals that were attacked. Also, these animals were attacked and they were killed in an humane manner, because all of them were killed in the base of the brain, so they were killed, you know, with no pain.
After these attacks, the police were inundated with calls demanding an investigation, as was the mayor of Canovanas. The mayor says all the descriptions were the same. The animal was bipedal, with large red eyes, spikes down its back, and a huge head. With so many frightened residents complaining, he coordinated with the police to arrange a major chupacabra hunt. He says the hunting party consists of policemen, local residents and volunteers, and people who are interested in catching El Chupacabra. The mayor says some members of the hunting party have actually seen El Chupacabra and have been very close to catching it. He says they concentrated their hunt near some caves or near rivers that flow from the caves, because many of the attacks happened in that vicinity. But, he says, there is one strange thing. Once the police began investigating, the attacks stopped, only to begin somewhere else.